Hello and welcome back, travelers, to episode 57 of Death Attack. We are over a year now worth of episodes here.
That's wild.
Is kind of crazy. And it's also kind of crazy if you think about it that we are a year into this campaign and you guys are still on the first arc. Mm-hmm. So when I told you guys this was going to be a 3+ year arc, campaign, I was not kidding. So you guys have a lot of content, and I honestly, when we do come to completion and finish this whole story, phrasing,
you did it on purpose.
But I really, really am curious to see how many overall hours the entire campaign would be. So, but we left off at a rather interesting point last game. You guys had rescued Sky from the slavers' market that was beneath the city in Scuttleport.
Rescued.
Rescued is a very loose and forgiving term. Faulner almost died. Sky almost died.
I almost died.
And Lavende almost died. And Marigold almost died.
He almost died?
Yeah, so I do the combat outside of the game if I know it's going to be happening. Mm-hmm. So since we ended the game before the combat started, I re-rolled him, and we got down to, I think, 13 HP. So when he was fighting Shiv almost one-shotted him. Shiv rolled really bad. So
that's good.
When you were like, Shiv, you got a lucky punch it on Shiv. Yeah, it was real fucking lucky. So, however, after you made your escape, the rest of the crew was waiting by the old water mill to find this medallion. This piece of the map will help you move to the next location in your search, in your journey. However, upon waiting for several hours, there was no signs of your crew members, and you also didn't realize that you were going to be moving about 20 miles up the island before getting to the watermill. So you decide to head back. Meanwhile, your companions were currently in a rowboat trying to row 20 miles.
And use giant fucking tuna.
And use giant fish to propel yourself to your destination. However, as you saw the siren's call approaching, something was off. Turns out that the vessel you boarded was Shiv's ship, Gallows End, in disguise, as well as the crew members. Now with Marigold, Sky, Fulner, and Lavende incarcerated and held captive inside of the iron cages dangling off the ship, you see, up in the distance, the siren's call approaching. And that is where we're going to begin tonight's game.
Do I need to tilt the camera up a little bit? I feel like...
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to wait until you were done.
Before we get into it,
yeah,
Chad is missing half of his head.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can scoot down like this and be in frame, but when Justin gets here, he'll...
like, whoop?
Yeah, like just his mouth.
I'm gonna use my crossbow.
I want to use Shalala.
Okay, I feel like that should be good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
I think Vlad might have bumped the cameras.
Yeah, I
was like,
as soon as we went over, I wanted to say something, but you got right into it, so I was like, I'll wait.
Alpha said all audio is good today. I'm hyped. Only took a year.
Who said that?
Uncivil Alpha.
Yes, we've actually decided to not be dumbasses and do our audio correctly. Thanks to Javi. Javi's honestly the reason why our audio sounds really good. So if you guys really want to give Javi some thanks in the chat or on YouTube, just give a thumbs up for Javi. We'd appreciate it because
share that
honestly,
for Javi,
in this type of content and this type of media, audio is really important. And if we don't sound good, then why are you going to want to listen to this? So
thank you if you made it this far with shitty audio.
So thank you. If you guys have stayed with us this far, I'm glad that you like the story and we're able to look past the really poorly managed audio.
Especially if you've been here since the Blue Yeti. If you've been here since the Blue Yeti, you deserve a medal. We deserve to pay you.
I don't think there's anyone besides for Rain and Cam that are here from the Blue Yeti era, so...
It could be worse.
But
The dark times.
with that being said, the audio is only going to be getting better because we only need 3 more microphones, and we will be permanently set up with our audio. And yeah, and very soon, shortly, within the year, you guys are going to see a new studio. So you guys stay tuned. There's lots of things coming with the NearDark Society. But let's go ahead and get into the story tonight.
You better fucking save me, bro. Save all of us.
Yeah, how's everyone's health? Mine's okay. Mine's okay.
Ours?
I'm sure Fallner's side. Not good.
No.
You notice that as you see a ship approaching and Barry calls out for Captain, you hear Barry's voice ring out over the deck. Captain! Captain!
Well, what's going on?
I think we got a bit of a problem. And he starts pointing towards the bow of the ship. As you look towards the bow, you can see up ahead Gallows End quickly approaching. It almost looks like they're getting ready to go in almost a ramming position.
All right, I saw that at the end of the game. I did see that. They were coming.
Yep. What's your orders, Captain?
I'm gonna pinch myself really quick. See if I'm dreaming. Nope, I'm awake. All right. Let's man the cannons. Get ready for a fight.
All right, everyone start turning starboard! Get the cannons ready! And as soon as this happens, we cut back over towards the ship on Gallows End. Notice that Shiv stands up front. You are in the cage. You're able to overhear this conversation. You see this blue-skinned individual with a large green beard and green hair. Looks kind of similar to the sea giants when you were inside of the Leviathan, but he's much smaller, on a human size level. You see he almost has like gill-like features on his neck. You can see scales and fins between on his sides of his palms, and he's got webbing between his fingers. He looks very nautical, in a sense. His skin almost even looks just constantly wet. His hair looks damp. You notice he makes his way over. Captain, it looks like they're moving into position for getting their cannons ready. What do you want us to do? Well, I told you she was going to get the cannons ready, so get the harpoons ready. Harpoons? Yeah, we're going to fire the harpoons. And get the crystal ready, too. Crystal? Trust me. I know Jez, she's going to blow the fucking ship to pieces. So, trying to avoid that, let's keep the collateral damage to a minimum, yeah? Alright? So, get the harpoons ready. And get the crystal ready. Aye, aye. You notice that the individual turns and moves. You get a good look around as the crew. And you're starting to see them. Definitely a larger crew than what you guys have on the Siren's Call. But you can pick out some kind of unique looking characters that seem like they're either up higher in position on Shiv's ship, or they just have a little bit more of a personality to them besides for your common average sailor or pirate. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to do?
Is Shiv in earshot as well?
Yeah.
Hey, Shiv.
You know, as he turns, his boots clicking as he walks over towards you. How can I be of service?
Why did you try to make sure that big red guy didn't kill us. Why didn't you just let him do that?
I don't need you dead, mate. I just need something you have. And you already brought it to me.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. And I didn't know that you were going to be there either.
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. In most cases, I win. And in here, you're losing.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So get used to that. When you're around me, that's kind of how things go. Is there anything I can do for you? Pillow? Blanket?
I think Faulkner is hurting a lot. Can you do something about that?
Is Fauna the pudgy one?
Yeah.
Squeezed between the gate?
Yeah.
Hey! Pudge boy! Do you need anything? You see Faulkner kind of stuck in the gate. Oi! You just wait till I get out of here!
Nailed it.
You see him trying to flex his way through this cast iron.
He does that.
Doesn't look like he needs anything to me.
He needs out of there, clearly.
Tell you what, I'll give you all a little bit of advice now. Here real soon, might want to hold your breath. You notice he turns and starts walking away. Meanwhile,
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna look like over it. I assume I can't turn my body.
yeah, because you're by Marigold.
Yeah, I was just gonna look at Marigold and be like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
You notice that as you look towards Marigold, Marigold has this looking back and forth as he's seeing that he's like, they're not prepping the cannons. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They said something about harpoons.
Okay, maybe they're going to try to board. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they need the ship.
They said to hold your breath. I think we're going underwater, like we did on our ship.
Or they're going to use gas.
Use what?
You know what? I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're all right. Maybe we're going to be going underwater. That's probably what we're doing.
I'm sorry that I got you into this, Marigold. I know we don't really talk a lot, but...
I got myself into this, don't worry.
Yeah, well... I kind of led it, you know. So I'm sorry for that.
You notice that meanwhile, back on your ship, you can see that the entire crew has now moved into full-scale action. They are moving, prepping the cannons. You see Barry basically working the line as you have Tinsel packing powder on every single cannon. All right, Tinsel, come on, I don't want to see you slacking. I know you died once, but today you might die again. As Tinsel, rolling the barrels filled with cannonballs over into position. You notice that as soon as this happens, you guys are probably about 30 seconds away before ships are getting ready to collide. You can see Shiv standing up on the bow of his ship. Where are you standing?
Is it like they're coming to a point at both bows?
Yeah.
Or is it like...
It looks like they're getting ready to ram, but you guys are starting to turn.
Ah, alright.
They're about to collide and be like, versus!
I'll be sending... along whichever side's gonna turn. I'll stand on that side.
Okay.
I'm not as cocky as he is.
So you see him quickly approaching, holding onto the rigging as the wind is blowing by him. Also, granted, this is nighttime, but right now it is illuminated by the lanterns of the ship and the stars above. It is rather clear and open skies. The water is calm, but there is an intensity in the air. The smell of the unburnt gunpowder and the sweat dripping from your brows brings a sudden sense of urgency. As time almost starts to slow down, you see Barry looking up towards you, beet red in the face, sweat dripping from his forehead. You gave the signal, Captain, and we're gonna open hell on them!
Is he in earshot? Shiv?
Oh yeah, if you scream, he can definitely hear you at this point.
I can make this easy on you. You can just come over here and we can handle this one-on-one. It's a nice ship you got there. Looks like you put a lot of work into it.
You notice he gives you kind of this curtsy-like arm bow as he bows down, and you see, as soon as he does that, you see him go, "Hard starboard right!" And you immediately notice their ship begins to spin. You notice that Barry's like, "They're repositioning!" And as soon as this happens, Barry looks towards you. "Captain, do we fire? Do we fire?"
Hold.
"Aye, men! Not until you see the whites of their eyes!"
Wow, very super aggressive.
Barry's been missing this.
As soon as the ship begins to hit starboard, you notice that Shiv jumps back, and as soon as he jumps back, fire! And you see as these large cables and rope come flying over and into the side of the ship. You can see these strings running across vessel to vessel. "Bring us down!" And as soon as this happens, you see all of a sudden this magical Dwemer
What?
go over the ship. As all of a sudden you see their ship beginning to...
Well, I'm immediately. Where's Hakan?
Was it?
Where's Hakan?
Hakan's on the ship.
Oh, I mean, like, is he near me?
Yes.
Hakan, whatever we gotta do to make this ship sinkable and us not die.
As soon as you are saying that, you feel the whole ship
Yeah, we need to
hard
activate.
pull. Everyone give me a dexterity roll. Not you, you're in a cage.
Thanks
You're
for
like,
trapped like a rat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that's a
shit.
12.
That's a good one. What's my dex again? Just my dex modifier and then...
Yep.
Okay, that is 20. Unnatural.
They lost your audio for a second there, so you might be blowing out the
Oh,
audio.
okay.
I think you blew it out as tinsel.
You either blew it out or it was when you turned away.
That too.
Okay. So, what'd you get for your dex roll?
12.
12. So you actually, as the ship goes for a hard right, you hit the ground and you actually slide across the deck of the ship as you bring yourself back. As soon as you slide, you stop, you can feel the water spray and splash up over the side as you start to feel your ship being pulled down underwater.
Anytime now with the shiny magic.
You notice
please.
that down in the bottom deck, Hakan had already broke his way through the bottom into the lower levels of the ship. You're already up knee deep in water down there. You see as soon as he gets to the crystal, he puts his hand on it. You see the magic begin to spread, and you watch as the same Dwemer goes over your ship, and you start to submerge down. That large air-like bubble begins to surround the ship, and you begin to submerge at the same time.
Can I still see
Shiv.
Shiv? But as soon as my ship does the same thing?
As soon
Does he
as-
look surprised?
As soon as
I would have seen it.
you get down underwater and you look over, you've got some water in the bottom of your ship. You notice that Hakan comes up. "We've got water coming in, Captain. I'll take care of that." And you notice that he moves his way back down there. He pulls, let's see, Taku and Brutka. Both of them go down to the lower deck with him as well to deal with the water. Meanwhile, over in the ship, as your guys' ship was going down, you see that you are on the outside of the ship, so you are not so protected by the bubble. You notice as soon as you start going down, the water begins to fill up, and you guys' heads submerge underwater as you see both of these large ships beginning to basically become submersible vessels. As soon as they do, that bubbles both begin to grow in size, and you guys watch as your bubbles kind of sort of conform together and create one large one. And when that happens, you guys actually feel all that water fall out of the cages, and you bring up a large gasp of air as Marigold and Fallner and Sky, all of you are able to breathe again. You look over towards Shiv. He's completely unfazed by you being able to have the same device activate. You notice as soon as this happens, you guys are now ship to ship. You guys are staring at each other. You notice that he looks over towards you, and he goes, "Very good, Jez. Always knew you were smart. So, can't use your cannons right now. You do that, we all die. So, we're gonna make this, as you said, one fair crew v crew. Are you ready?" As he summons his scimitar with that black water dripping off of it and that swordfish-like spines on the back of the blade.
I've been ready for a while. I'm gonna summon mine.
And as you go to summon yours, that is when all of a sudden you feel a barrel against the back of your head.
Oh, what? Again?
What?
If it's a berry, I swear to...
And Barry is standing behind you, holding Mercy.
Are you fucking kidding me? Can I tell it's berry? It's at the back of my head.
Yes, because you can hear, because Barry begins to
Okay.
speak. "Oh, won't move, Captain."
Oh, berries is some sort of joke because it's really bad timing.
"I don't think so. You really thought that Shiv would just leave one of his crew members to die? No,
But what the fuck am I?
he didn't kill you, he marooned you. There's a difference, Jez. You should have just dropped it and let it be. But no, you had to push it." Notice that he pushes the barrel up against your skull. "Alright, Shiv, I got her. What do you want?" Shiv kind of... "Very, very good, Barry. You see, the problem is, you're a pirate, and I kind of feel like you're lying." "I'm not lying, Shiv. Alright, this was the plan the entire time. I sneak on, I get Jez's trust, and we go through with the plan." Right, go through with the plan, mate. Then shoot her. Captain? You heard me. I said shoot her, mate. Notice he pulls back the matchlock. God! Fuck you, Shiv! Fuck you for leaving me in Gutterport! You piece of shit! You knew that I was not going to make it back to the ship! You left me! Barry! Calm down. Alright? My name's not even fucking Barry, it's Bartholomew! Alright, Bart. We'll call you Bart now. No, I like Barry now. It's my name. It's what they all call me. Maybe I should just shoot you. Oh no, you're being awfully hasty here, mate. Why don't you just let us pirates deal with it our own way, right? What do you say? Parlay? Welcome back to the ship. Come part of the Dead Bone crew. Notice that Barry goes, "No." You notice he moves up his sleeve. I'm a Widowmaker now.
Barry, why don't you just go do something else and let me handle this, alright? I wouldn't suggest shooting him with that.
Is that... Barry looks over towards you. You don't understand, Jess. He is the reason all this has happened. Everything was fine. Everything was fucking fine until he came up with this stupid plan. Shiv.
What plan?
Alright, Barry, shut your fucking mouth now.
What plan, Barry?
This whole Dreadlord thing. The whole becoming the Dreadlord. It's all a bunch of fucking shit. It's not even fucking real. It's all bullshit. None of it. There is no Dreadlord. It's not a thing. It's something Shiv made up.
But we had an actual, like, deity come on board.
It wasn't a deity. That was something that Shiv gave me. It was a fucking illusion.
No, so you really were working with him the whole time?
That was the plan at first. Yes.
That was the plan up until now, as far as I'm concerned, because you never said a goddamn thing to me.
Well, what can I say? We're pirates.
Right, I'm gonna punch him in the face to knock him out.
Okay. Can you give me a insight check real quick?
Insight. 12.
Okay. As you go to punch him, I'm just going to give you that for free. You go to punch him, you can tell he lets you. He isn't even trying to dodge it. But as he does, he kind of falls forward and you see him slip the gun in your back sash. And you see him hit the ground and kind of lay there.
And I suggest you stay there. I'm gonna turn back around.
As soon as you turn back and look towards Shiv. Alright, so we're getting off on the wrong foot here. Darling.
Don't you fucking darling me.
Darling, my wine of the sea, please. Why don't we just talk?
Right, yeah, why don't you come over here and we can talk?
Alright. Fine. We'll do it that way. You notice that he whistles, and as soon as he does, show him no quarter, boys. And there's a battle cry of swords being unsheathed, magic igniting, and screams of valor and aggression that kind of roar out over the ship. Your crew looks at you and readies for your order.
Well, let's get ready.
Alright, cannons are not an option, alright? Let me just make that perfectly fucking clear right now. Don't blast a single fucking cannon or else we're all dead. Anything else is fine. Just fucking kill them all. No prisoners, I don't give a shit.
You notice that as soon as you do that, both Shiv's crew begins to cross the ropes over and your crew begins to cross over as well. Meanwhile, on their ship, you notice that one of their individuals walks up. You notice he's got a slicked back brunette ponytail, a large, well-groomed waxed mustache. He's wearing like a tight vest and rolled up sleeves. You see him pull out 2 daggers. As he grabs them, well, it's not quite fair if their crew is in our cages. Why don't we make it a fair fight, Shiv? You notice that Shiv? Fuck it, the more the merrier. And you notice that he and breaks open your guys' cages as you, Marigold, Fallner, and Sky's cages open up. And as you fall down, you look towards him. He kind of does this bow with his blade and throws it back into this chest pouch he has along his ribs where you can see multiple knives. Dashing Conrad Connors, pleasure to meet you, boy.
To you as well. I'm just going to like.
He puts his hand out to hold yours.
No, I'm just sitting down and I'm
Yep.
like, because I'm assuming we're next to like the railing, right?
Yeah, well, you fell onto the railing of the ship. Yeah.
I'm just literally not even moving. I'm just gonna slide up against the railing because I'm still hurting. I'm just like, it's nice to meet you too. I'm just going to sit there.
All right, you don't shake his hand?
No.
Okay, he'll bring his hand back. Well, awful rude of you. What? He kind of pats you on your back. Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
And he turns and you watch as he makes his way over the rope. He jumps up and he goes, all right, which one of you first? And he jumps onto the rope and you watch as he like tightrope runs across onto the other side, onto the Siren's Call, where he is met by Babak, where Babak unsheaths his dual cavalry-like swords and begins to cross blades with him. All right, so at this point we are going to roll initiative. And kind of was trying to stall there a little bit so Justin could get down. Hurry up there, buddy.
Do you want me to roll initiative too?
Yeah.
17.
I also got 17.
Who's got the higher dex?
I have for Dex.
I have
6.
plus. I have +4.
+4, +6.
16.
16 for you.
Do you want me to roll for Justin too?
I don't know his initiative.
I think his is 3.
So what I'm going to do is I'm mirroring you guys with another individual. So depending on whoever has the higher dex is going to go first in the initiative. And then it's going to go like that down the chain. So that way it's kind of it'll feel like multiple one-on-one fights as opposed to just being chaotically spreading all over the ship. Okay? And then it's going to go Lavender. Then Legic.
It's in slow motion.
So we're gonna go ahead and Falder's just gonna be skipped for this round because let's just say he is currently recuperating from the fall and from holding his breath. So Jez, you were up first.
Alright. With Shiv.
Yes,
Oh.
Shiv is your opponent.
Kick
He
his
almost one-shot me, just so you know.
What's the situation with the surroundings?
So basically, he's hopped onto the rope to cross over to your bridge. You hopped onto the rope to cross over, and you guys are hovering over the water, basically with your swords.
I don't like that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna swing to hit him, I guess. Don't want to be tightrope walking right now, but that's okay.
I'm giving you the free. I'm considering it not. I'm just difficult terrain.
Okay.
I'm not making you do acrobatics checks because I just like it cinematically to be like a pirate fight.
Yeah.
Let's say 12 to hit.
12 to hit. Does not hit. Do you have a bonus action?
No.
So, as you go to swing on Shiv, you move forward with your with your icy-like blade. I'm assuming you summoned your hex blade.
Yeah.
Your hex blade came out. As you go to slash, you watch as Shiv just drops. You see his body free falls. He catches the rope with one hand and goes to come up underneath you. As he is now going to attack against you. So that's going to be an 18.
Does a hit.
Doesn't.
Does.
And then the next attack is going to be, it's only a 14.
That hits.
That hits too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You watch as he hangs down onto one hand with his hex blade coming up. He begins to jab and poke as you begin to block blade blows as they come towards you. A few of them cutting through, cutting into your boot, cutting onto the side of your leg. So that is going to be... that is going to be 12 points of damage. And that is going to move us to Lavender.
Alright, so I'm going to reach up to the railing and pull myself up and then go over to Sky and make sure that she's okay. Something.
You make your way over to Sky. Sky you watch as she's lying on there. You see her coughing up water. She spits it out and spews all over. You actually see her begin to vomit. As soon as this happens, you see that she is just pale, ghost white. You see she kind of scrolls up. She is in no condition to move really, and you watch as she kind of just passes out.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure that she's alright. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna use the decanter that I have to wash the vomit off of her face.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna sit back again, kind of. If anybody comes towards her, I'm going to attack.
Okay.
But,
Someone does.
Okay.
You notice that as soon as you're taking care of her, you hear the sound of heavy footfalls as you turn back and look, and you see this individual wearing full plate, this long green, almost moss-like hair. They have a large green moss-like beard. You can see mushrooms and plants and vegetation growing out of their armor. And you can tell by the way they look, they have this pale bluish skin and these pointed ears. It appears to be a furball. Individual stands 8 feet tall. You see them holding this huge hammer with this druidic spiral work worked into the maw of the hammer, and the vines that are wrapping around the shaft. The shaft itself is actually this long piece of what would you call that? Driftwood.
Okay.
You notice as he lifts it up. Boy, you look like you really care about her.
Yeah, yes, I do care about her. And
That is sweet. I always enjoy a good romance novel. Would you, by chance, enjoy fighting me?
I'm going to be honest with you. Normally, the answer would be yes, but I am hurting really bad already. We fought a giant red demon guy.
Do not worry. You watch as he brings up his hand, and you see this green magic surge through your body as leaves and vines wrap around, and you feel your wounds beginning to close and heal. He heals you to half health.
Nice.
Do you know?
Would you like to fight now?
I don't even know
Which one is this? It's the
It's Winston.
Oh, the very last one.
That one.
I'm going to get up.
The only kind.
Clearly not giving me any choice right now. And I'm going to pull my... Actually, I'm going to take the Javelin of Lightning out of the...
As you pull out your Javelin of Lightning, you notice that he readies himself with his hammer in hand. He looks towards you, his eyebrow kind of raised. Careful now, this can be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. I'm going to... is he attacking first, or...?
That was his move, was to heal you,
Okay.
so that would be the end of his turn now.
Okay. So then, with the talking, do you want that to be my turn? Or?
Your turn was going over and helping Sky.
Okay. That's
So, basically it was your turn, and then it went to him. So now it is... Faulkner, could you please give me a d20 roll for initiative?
You be talking that good shit in your jail cell.
I have. I think 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because you had 16, right?
Yeah, that worked out real good.
Oh, this is gonna be good. All right. So, as you are getting ready to engage in the conflict, you actually watched as 3 pirates moved up towards you, used the shaft of your halberd to redirect them. You actually took one of them and threw him off the side of the ship until you heard this noise echo out. Sorry if that broke the mic.
Alright.
It doesn't look like it did.
But you hear that this sound boom around as this shrapnel breaks a piece of the plank that you're standing on next to you. You look up towards Shiv's crow's nest. You see this individual wearing this black poncho with this large black ribbed hat. You see this stream of smoke and the soft glow of a cigarette ember rising from it until you see, and he's gonna roll to hit.
I forgot to warn everyone about
Does
that guy.
I'm pretty sure this does a 10 hit.
Fucking. It doesn't.
Okay, as you go to, he lines it up, and you actually bring your halberd, and you see the bullet. You watch as it ping. There's another guy was getting ready to come up and hit you. You see the bullet, and actually hit him. It is your turn.
How far is it?
He's a distance, but you could pull some pirate shenanigans, cut a rigging, and pull yourself up, cross over through the sails.
I'm gonna find one.
Okay.
I was thinking that. Yeah. Find one.
All right. You make your way over, you grab one of the riggings, and your halberd comes down, and as you whip your way up, and you actually land onto the uppermost sail of the Siren's Call. Across from you, you can see Shiv's. You could easily run across this and jump over onto his ship, but he looks like he is getting ready to shoot again.
What's my movement speed right now?
I would say you'd be able to get over there, and that'd be your turn.
Shit.
You don't need bonus actions.
Not until I'm at least 10 feet away from him.
You could just ready yourself for that.
Can I sprint?
Yes. Yeah, you can.
I'll sprint.
It'd be double your speed. Then you'll be able to get to underneath his crow's nest.
Okay.
So you'd have cover. Okay. You manage to sprint as you move across the mass. You actually are jumping the entire time. As you're seeing these metal slugs flying, and when you hear the whipping by your head till you get underneath it, you hear him. That's gonna be your turn.
Oh god, it's a zombie. No.
All right, Falner,
Uh,
you just got up from falling out of the metal cage onto Shiv's deck, and as soon as you get up, you spit out the water from being underwater.
Oh.
If you're not aware, you are currently underwater right now.
Yeah, this is an underwater ship battle.
So both of your ships have used the sea diamonds to go underwater. They are connected via ropes, and the entire crew is currently engaged in combat.
Well,
Under the water.
Under the
And
water.
I am out of water? Or
You
I'm
were-
under
We were in water initially, but one of Shiv's crew's crewmates let us out to make it fair.
You're in a bubble.
Yeah, you're on Shiv's ship, right?
Alright.
They have a sea diamond as well, basically.
Alright. Then I look around. Who do I see?
Well, currently you see your crew. You see the Siren's Call crew currently in combat. You see Shiv and Jezebel currently fighting. You see Legic is above you getting shot at by some madman in a black poncho. You can see that Lavende is on the other side of the ship you're on, and he is currently standing next to some 8-foot tall dude with a giant hammer.
Yeah.
And
This guy right behind me.
and
passed out.
Sky right behind him passed out. And then the rest of Shiv's crew is currently on the Siren's Call fighting.
Alright. How does Lavender look?
I'm at half health. I'm at exactly half health.
Well, I'm gonna use my turn to heal because I have an 8 HP.
yikes.
So if I can, yeah, that'd be great. I will use 3rd level Cure Wounds on myself, and then bonus action, Healing Word on
Okay.
myself.
Is that gonna be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
All right. That's gonna bring us back to the top of the round. Jez, it is your turn.
Kick some
Is
ass.
he still hanging down below me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna swing at his hand.
Okay.
Don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me. 17, 18, 19, 20. A natural 20.
That does not hit.
What?
You watch as his hand lets go, and as soon as he does, he almost did this spring effect where his hand let go, your hand or your sword went to miss, but his legs came up and grabbed onto the rope. He is now hanging upside down, and you see him kind of reach up and grab the rope and yank. Give me an acrobatics.
God damn it! 26.
Okay, you do not fall, but you do bounce, and you actually land upside down with him. Your legs crossed
My
over. His legs crossed over. You guys are now both upside down. Blades clashing against each other. As you do, you see shards of ice and black water being frozen by the contact of your blades. It's now his turn.
This is awesome. Also, a 20 doesn't hit. Holy shit.
Natural 20. Okay.
What do you do? Look over there. Upside down, just like.
You notice that as soon as he goes, as your blades are clashing, you notice that in mid-fight, it almost slows down until you see Shiv go, "Remember me?" And you see everything, it almost catches you off guard for a moment, to the point where you don't block the blow, and that saber crashes down and hits you against your chest. As soon as you do, your legs almost kind of unclasp around the rope, and as soon as you begin to fall, you see Shiv kind of, you see him boot like bamf into this cloud of black smoke, and it, like a banshee trail, moves, and you get hit by this smoke, and it slams you up onto your ship until you both roll, and he comes into a solid state. Roll damage. 6. Be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
As soon as you hit the ground, you notice that Shiv brings his blade and wipes it across his jacket. And then as soon as this happens, you see Draven and you actually see Draven and Mox both line up and stare down Shiv. You notice that Shiv brings his weapon up as you're getting up off the ground with your blade in hand. Shiv looks like, oh great, another pretty boy on my wife's ship. Who the fuck are you? And you notice that he looks towards him, and you see him bring up his Morn Guard as his blade strikes against the cords. And as soon as this does, you see this spell ring out, and you hits your body, and you are healed for 20 HP.
Oh, shit.
As
So
soon
I
as
do have a chance.
soon as you feel that spell push through your body and heal you, you notice Shiv go, oh fuck, you are her type. Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with you. Alright, that is gonna bring us to Lavender, your turn.
So first thing I'm doing is using Zephyr Strike
Okay.
to get to the other side of the ship, and as I do so, I'm gonna
I've been trying
I'm
to
gonna
that
let
for a
off
while.
Does that make you immune to a check of opportunity?
Yep.
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw that javelin.
Alright.
So because I'm using Zephyr Strike, I get advantage on the attack, and if it hits, he has to do a dex of 13. He has to beat that.
Okay.
I got a natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
But it's only gonna matter if he beats the dex 13. That's when the damage is really gonna
Okay.
play in effect. Because I do D8 plus the D6, so it
Okay.
could be 10d6 if he rolls
Yeah.
thir-
Yeah.
Don't kill this guy. He likes to paint rocks.
He did not get it.
Holy fuck!
He rolled a 4 with only a dex bonus of 3, so 7.
Whoa. So what I say? So does the Zephyr Strike, does that double as well for 2d8, or does that just stay the 1d8?
No, that's gonna double as well.
That's gonna double. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, because anything you roll, you're gonna roll it twice.
So I'm gonna roll 10 on here, 10d6 on there, and then. So that's 39.
Oh, also 1 point of exhaustion for taking the critical hit.
That's
I
40.
have one too, right?
That's 47 points of damage.
47?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as Lavende goes to fight this individual with the hammer. He moves up and goes to swing down, and almost like a bolt of lightning, you see this dart across the deck, and Lavende stops skidding onto the plank of the wood. He turns back and looks towards, and like the fucking bolt of Zeus, he throws that spear, that javelin towards Winston. Winston turns around with his hammer, and he takes it directly into the chest. You watch as it arcs through his armor, and he blasts him back, and you actually watch him fly off the ship.
Yikes.
And then in bonus action, or actually no, Zephyr Strike's bonus action.
Yep.
So that's my turn.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm gonna overkill.
No, I was gonna activate Flame Blade, but
Okay.
I got
If
that
someone
bonus
can
action.
animate this, they can put the
I'll be like,
Super Smash Bros. Death on it. Game!
You watch as you do this, and you wait a few seconds before you start to see water beginning to rise up from the outside of the ship, and you watch as this vortex, you see this water elemental grab onto the side of the ship, and you see Winston kind of step off of it onto the ship, and as soon as you do, you watch as the boards break and crack under his weight. His chest armor is dented in. You see lightning burns crackled open. You watch as the whole chest piece is busted, and you see him just take his hands, reach into the busted metal, and tear off his chest armor. As he drops it down, you can see the burn scorch and a scar on his chest. That was a good strike, boy!
It was an accident. I just want you to know, I wasn't expecting it to do
You watch as he
that.
brings his hammer up. Let's see if I can return the favor! And you watch as he jumps up in the air. You watch as he leaps forward, clears 40 feet easily.
Oh my god.
My AC is 17.
Why is this guy Reinhardt?
Dude, let me remind you, 17, please.
Okay, so that is a hit.
He does go.
As he comes crushing down, you go to move out of the way, and his hammer comes and makes contact with the ground as you just barely dodge. It hits the wood, it splinters and breaks and shrapnels into multiple pieces. It goes flying, and you are going to take, that is going to be 2d10. 2. So that's going to be 14 points of damage. As you move out of the way and you feel that wood shrapnel through your body. As you're looking around the rest of the ship, you are currently seeing the fights continue and go on as Babak is doing this insane whirl of blades and slashes towards dashing Conrad. You watch as Conrad actually does this backflip and he throws 2 daggers at the same time. You see them both hit Babak's swords, and you watch as the blades actually break in half as they go back, and he looks towards his blades in shock until you see Torgan move forward and pull his blade. Don't worry, Babak, I got this. And he looks towards him. You notice that Conrad Lance looks towards him. Greetings to meet you, dashing Conrad Connors. Hope we have a good fight. Dashing, huh? You look like you're standing quite still to me.
Jesus Christ.
Justin, be proud.
Fulner, you were up. Or sorry, no, Legend, you were up. So you're currently right underneath Matchlock.
Can I use my rope to hoist myself up?
Does
Is
it have
that
a
death
hook on it?
blow? No.
You'd have to have something to attach it.
It wouldn't be able to wrap around and just.
Will it do that?
Because it get it all. Because
Is it an animated rope?
yeah, it's the animated one.
Okay, then yeah, you can. If you'll command it, it'll go up there and it could wrap
Yep.
around. Just
Pull me up and then death from below.
okay. So as soon as you bring your rope and he pulls you up, you actually get brought up above the crow's nest, and you're gonna come down and strike on top of him. Roll to attack.
That will be a 24.
24. That is a hit.
Ooh, boy. 9 and 5, 14.
14.
Yes. Could I use my bonus action?
Sure can.
Wait, can I still have my 2 attacks after that, or no?
I'm gonna say you can. I'm gonna say your bonus action was probably used to use the rope.
Okay.
So, but I'll let you use your 2 attacks.
All right.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to be a hit. 13.
That is not a hit. So, as you come down, you actually bring the pummel of your shaft down and you crack him on the top of the head. You watch as he backs up. As you bring your halberd back for a wide arcing swipe, you watch as he brings his weapon up. You see this long rifle with a bayonet catch onto the shaft, and he pins it into the side of the crow's nest. And as he backs up, you see he lets go of the rifle, and you see 2 pistols come out. And it is his turn. Currently, you are in the crow's nest with him as he has 2 guns, so I'm going to give him advantage on this. You're kind of at point blank. Okay, so
You roll 2 once.
he rolled 2 3s.
Awesome.
With so both of those are going to be a miss, or I mean that's a 1, but the next one is going to. I think that's a miss too. Does a 17 hit?
That's right on the money.
That's right on the money. Okay.
That's the money shot.
I'm going to use my. Is it repost? Repost?
Oh, reposit.
I
Is
think
that
that.
Or
That works.
POST?
Repose.
Oh, repose.
Oh wait, no, that's what is it?
Oh, I'd say that.
I thought it was reposit.
I think, yeah.
Because it's like
Riposte.
I don't know.
Posty?
It's riposte.
That's
Okay.
what it looks like. Or if he misses, I can use my reaction to expend one superiority die and attack and add it to it.
Correct. Do it. That would have been for the first one. That was a miss.
Sweet. That is a 26 to hit.
That's a hit. Add the damage. Your fight's getting ugly up there.
9, 6, 15 plus 5, 20.
Alright, so this is how this happens. He goes to bring his pistols up. As he fires the first one, it goes right by your ear. You quickly take that opportunity. You close in on the gap. You pull your halberd out from being stuck into the crow's nest. And as you come up, you bring your shaft of the halberd and you slam it right into his face. You actually hear teeth in his nose crunch. As soon as that happens, you hear another fire go off as he shoots you into the rib.
You gave him the shaft. He did.
It's on fire now, huh?
So that's gonna be 11. That'd be
Feel feisty.
13 points of damage. And that's gonna be his turn. Jez, you are now on your ship, standing with both Mox and Draven. Shiv is right in front of you.
Just leave him for me.
You notice that they both nod and they move and they back off, and you watch as they split and begin to fight. Falner's turn first.
Whoops. Yeah, yep.
Whoops. How far away is Lavender from me?
He's on the other side of the ship, so he's probably about 25-30 feet.
Alright, I'll move up to 25 feet then towards him.
Okay. So you're within 10 feet of him.
Well, that changes things. I will try to charm person
Okay.
on him.
What's the save?
Wisdom save.
On a druid.
Oh,
Cheeky. Very optimistic of you.
I feel like we should go
hope for natural ones then.
That is a natural 20.
So did he make it?
I'm gonna assume he made it.
Alright.
Unless,
Well, then
what's your spell DC?
It was 17.
Okay.
Then bonus action, I will use second wind and get a D10
Of health.
of health.
Okay.
Plus 4. Sorry, next round.
As he brings, Falner brings up, he casts Charm. You watch as the spell hits Winston and just breaks over him. It doesn't even have an effect. You notice he kind of just has this slight little chuckle to him as he's focused in on the fight. And then you watch as Falner kind of stops and starts like kind of taking a rest break.
He's just on his knees, like his hands on his knees, like.
Which then is going to bring us back to Jess.
My blade's one-handed, right?
Yes.
All right. I want to grab my dagger with my second hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna point my hex weapon at him. Enough with the theatrics. Let's just get this over with.
He brings up his blade. All right then. After you, darling.
All right. I'm going to do a swing, and I'm probably gonna miss.
I swing and a miss.
I swing and I miss. And I swing and I miss. 12.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
That is definitely a miss.
I hate this so much. I hate my life.
Move forward, and as you begin to clash back and forth, you actually watch as this fight goes on. You see Tinsel being pushed across the deck of the ship. You watch as Tinsel is being pushed by Tiny Pete. You see Tiny Pete is with this large barrel on his back, and this harpoon-like spear has got Tinsel's hands up against it as he's pushing him. He moves up between you and Shiv. Both you and Shiv kind of have to like back up as these two smaller people are fighting in front of you. As you are fighting.
They're just like.
Just get past.
Fighting across from each other, and then they eventually push your way back, and then you guys move in closer.
That's such a Pirates of the Caribbean moment.
All right.
I'm enjoying this.
As soon as that happens, you see Hakan coming up from deck. You know, as soon as he slams open, Hakan comes up and looks at the whole fight. You notice he looks extremely concerned as he goes, Captain, the ship's not gonna last much longer. We need to go surface.
How much longer is not longer?
And you feel the whole ship beginning to, as it's somehow still taking on water from the damage earlier.
Right.
You notice as soon as this happens, Ship feels the whole ship wreck. He looks over towards, he goes, Soghan, bring us up! And as soon as this happens, you notice that the Triton over on Ship's ship swings down, and you notice he works his way over the Sky Diamond, and you see as he activates it, the vessel begins to slowly shrink as bubble as it begins to resurface. As you look, you realize the ships have not been stationary. You've actually been moving quite quickly. In fact, for some reason, when the ship is underwater, it moves at extraordinarily fast speeds, much faster than a ship can sail above land or above water. You would guess that you're maybe moving at somewhere close to 60, 70 knots as water is just cruising by. If you were to throw someone out of the bubble, they would just gone.
Alright, I guess Barry's gotta go.
As soon as the ships begin to break surface, the sails come out of the water almost like Davy Jones ships as two of these large vessels come crashing down. As soon as this happens, though, your eyes are immediately adjusting to the starlight and the moon above. It was much darker down there with the lantern light, but now you are seeing everything up on the surface. But you see not only do you see the water mill in the distance as you are quickly approaching, you see what looks like two large naval officer ships quickly moving in, and their cannons appear to be ready, and they are turning to fire.
Flags?
Aronia Naval.
How far did we go?
This is the worst.
You notice that Shiv then looks towards you as like, oh, that's not good.
No shit, it's not good.
Alright, how about we put our fight on hold and we deal with them first? Pie?
I'm just gonna sheath my dagger. I'm gonna break off towards where my men are.
Yes, as soon as you break on, you'll I'll take that as a yes. And you notice he turns and he moves. Alright, man! Turn attention! We gotta take down those naval ships! And he moves, and as soon as this happens, your crew and his crew put their weapons down, and they turn, and everyone returns back to their ships, crossing over. As you do, everyone's cutting ropes and rigging as the ships become detached again, and they turn and begin to look towards these two large naval ships currently moving in.
Before we do that, can I just walk up to the guy I was fighting against? I'm gonna be like, sorry about that. I'm gonna use Balm of the Summer Court on his chest where I struck him with the thing. I didn't really want to fight you. I'm sorry, and I'm going to like heal him a little bit.
Alright, as soon as you do that, like, well, thank you there.
That was fine.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Perhaps that we can together share a song.
That'll be fun, I think.
Now, hurry on. We have more ships to deal with.
Okay.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to keep him.
hop off onto the other
I'll
ship.
trade him for Barry.
As soon as you move over onto the other ship, meanwhile, on those naval officer ships, you see the Aronian force captain is standing in full command of both of these vessels. You notice that he moves towards them. No survivors. We already know Mox has gone AWOL, so there's no need to worry about them. Very well, Captain. So you look towards him. The classic large powdered wig,
I was thinking that
makeup with red lipstick.
I love this.
That's exactly what I was picturing when you were talking like that.
I love this so much.
He's just
Has he got tea in his fucking hand?
no.
Wait,
He's,
my
he's,
fucking-
survivor.
he's no. I imagine him standing like a
Yeah.
douchebag.
Yeah.
No
survivor.
survivor.
Living my Pirates of
Is
the
his
Caribbean
hands like this
fantasy
on
right
his
now.
chest?
You notice as both ships then turn and move, you guys break off in this Y formation and begin to move on both the right side of the two vessels and the left side of the two vessels as the two vessels are moving straight forward. So you guys are starting to kind of encompass them. You notice that on their vessel, one of them looks like, Captain, they're not fighting each other. They're turning towards us. We outgun them. We outgunned them. Get ready to fire.
Kill him. Oh my god.
Good laugh. That
Shoots cannon.
As the ships beginning to move, Barry already had all the cannons prepped and ready in order to deal with ship. As you see the bow of your ship break theirs and begin to pass, you see the first two cannons pass along their side. As they look over, and Barry's eyes wide looking towards you, hands over the cannons, and they are.
Fine.
And as soon as you fire, you hear the as Tinsel and the crew begin to ignite the cannons, and you see that gunpowder and smoke explode, the fire and embers igniting the night air as it blasts into the other ship. You see their ship begin to rock as they then return fire as well. All their cannons unload. They have probably about 16 cannons that are all unloading into the side of the ship. You see your vessel being ripped to shreds. And the same on the other side. Shid's ship also getting the blunt end of 16 cannons at front and center. You see, as soon as this happens, you notice that Hakan immediately makes his way down. He looks towards you and goes, Captain, this is not good. We take another shot like that and we're going down.
There's nothing else we can do at this point.
Can I go to? I want to go to Falner. Falner.
What?
Blow the shell.
What?
Blow the shell.
You want me? The conch.
What the,
All
just
right.
blow it. What are you?
All right. I reach into me my haversack. I pull out the conch. And I play the song.
Okay. Give me a D100 roll. You got this, man.
This could be good or very, very
I hope.
bad. Good God, please.
Megalodon falls on their
Pray
ship.
to the dice gods.
Just. If this happens, I'll be.
Megalodon falls onto our ship.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm his friend. It's okay.
It's okay if my friend crushes me to death.
What is that?
19?
A 4.
Oh, wait.
004.
It's 4.
Oh.
It's a 4.
Just 4? Alright.
Okay. We look at my list here.
4-headed sea serpent.
Nah.
That's friendly.
Four-bit sea serpent. The one you always wanted, Palmer.
You what?
No, you what?
I got your journal entry.
Okay, so this is what happens. As soon as you blow and play, you all of a sudden hear this kind of like spread throughout the water. You watch as this ripple. It's almost like that scene in Jurassic Park when you see the ripple in the water in the cup,
Okay. What is
except in the ocean.
Oh, it's an ocean T-Rex?
Oh my god! How dare you? The hell? It's Godzilla. That's Godzilla.
Honestly, it's kind of worse. But
it's a cool.
you watch as this happens, the water begins to shake and quake. As this happens, you see white water exploding from the surface. You see it probably about maybe 20 feet away from the one of the large naval officer ships. You see this white water beginning to form into what looks like a humanoid figure. Oh, you see probably about maybe 35, 40 foot tall individual made out of pure water. Their beard is dripping with just like a waterfall.
Oh.
You see this long hair, it turns and looks towards your ship. And you notice it moves down.
This is not what I expected.
And you see this water just cascading and raining down onto the top of the ship.
Father, what did you do?
And it looks towards you. Purpose. Yes.
I'll point at the two ships that we were that were coming at us, and I say, "Take care of them. Take them down."
As it turns and moves, you watch as it almost roils back. And as it comes forward, you watch as it... You see one of the ships, the one with the captain on it. You notice as he looks towards you, he goes, "Spellcasters! Defensive maneuvers immediately!" And you see as both two mages on the front of the ship put up what looks like this ice spell. And you watch as ice begins to freeze over their ship like a blanket. But the other ship had no warning and not enough time, and it didn't appear to have mages on the ship either.
Is that the one with that captain?
No, the one with the captain's the one that got taken. As you see this large water elemental come crushing down and just obliterate the vessel in one small swoop. You see that as soon as this happens, you watch as the ship that has this ice orb almost frozen over it, you see the ice break and shatter as you see the mages underneath it with their shield spell over the ship. You see that they're beginning to turn and get into position. You notice that Hakan looks towards you. Barry goes like, "We're sitting ducks! We can't move! Sails are too badly damaged!" You look up and your sails are torn and ripped to shit. You look over towards Shiv's ship. As you look over towards them, they look like they're almost dead in the water too. You look at Shiv. He looks towards you, and he goes, "I'll be right back." You watch as he turns and looks towards that
I've heard that before.
He turns and looks towards that watermill, and you watch as he jumps off the side of the ship and begins to swim towards the shore. You guys are probably about maybe 40, 50 feet from shore. You guys are very, very close to it. As soon as this happens, you notice that ship is getting ready to turn into position. It's going to take them probably a minute in order for them to spin around, but you guys right now are almost sitting ducks. What do you guys want to do?
How many people seem to be on that ship?
On theirs, it's a fully manned crew. Probably, if you had to guess, 50.
What was that?
Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that one.
That was amazing. Whatever that was, you should do that again. What's wrong?
I don't want to say it, but I know I have to.
What?
We need to abandon ship.
Did you say it? As soon as you say it, you notice that Barry goes, "Abandon ship!" As you see Shiv's ship, Gallows End, pulling its way up. And as soon as it does, it looks like their ship is still in motion. You actually watch as the side of their vessel, you see it beginning to... Planks and boards are starting to reassemble as it is starting to fix its own damage. As it makes its way over, you notice that they pull up. You notice that Regina and Shiva are both standing there. They look over towards you and they're like, "Get your people on the ship. Let's go.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's either that or you die."
I'm gonna go down and get Rupert.
Okay? As you get down at the bottom of the ship, you are wading through the water. As soon as you go in there, you notice that not only do you find Rupert is in Claudia's room, but Claudia is knocked out down in there. And you notice that he looks over to you. "Lavende, I can't wake her up."
That is fine. I'm going to cast Enhance Oh my gosh, what the hell is it called?
I was going to go down also.
Enhance
Because I was
ability.
actually thinking about getting Rupert, since he's the only person I really talked to.
I'm gonna use enhance ability again, like I did before, and like go to pick her up and try
Okay.
to wade through the water. I think that was advantage because I rolled a 2. Okay, so that is 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you put it in, you watch as as soon as you activate your spell, you feel it move through, and you grab both Claudia and Rupert climbs up onto your back. As you turn and you start to dredge, you meet Legic halfway. As Legic looks towards you,
Is that everyone?
I don't know. Go look and see if there's somebody else. Claudia just needed out of here now.
I'm gonna walk past and check the rooms.
as you go through, you check the rooms. You're looking in each way. You check every single room. As you move into one, there's water that's rushing in from the side of the vessel. You look over and you see there's a man standing in the corner. So he turns over towards you. You look at him, he's probably in his 40, maybe his 50s. He's wearing a vest. He has like trousers pulled up over his knees. You can see he's holding a harpoon in his hand. His hair is kind of receding and falling back. He has this very gruff look towards you. The ship's going down, isn't it?
It is. Let's go.
I'm going to Umberlee's locker.
What?
Just promise me you'll kill the fucking beast. He moves his hand over and you watch as he gets closer. He's incorporeal
Wait a minute.
and it looks like a ghost. And you watch as his hand touches your head. You feel this surge of thoughts and memories roll through your mind. And you see this man who's standing there before you with a family, and you see him having this years of life on the sea and on the ocean as a sailor, until one day his vessel was attacked by some large and terrifying beast that smelled like rotting water and fetid tides. You watch as this man's life, his family, his children, and his entire livelihood, the only sole survivor to an attack of a kraken. And with that, you watch as the man fades before your eyes into a wisp.
What the hell was that? Look around. Do I see anybody?
No one else there.
And that was the last room.
Yep.
I'm just gonna head out.
As you head out, everyone's currently evacuating. They're currently getting onto the position. And as soon as this happens, you watch as that ship gets ready to pass by. The sirens call once more. And you watch as the whole crew on the Dead Bone crew looks towards everyone. Brace yourselves! As they duck as the shrapnel begins, as they open fire, all 16 cannons again on the siren's call. You watch as it pieces of shrapnel and woods begin to fly through. You watch as the center mass comes crashing down and wrecks into the top of the vessel. You see as it does, the ship begins to slowly sink. As all of a sudden, you notice that the Triton that's up at the wheel, Barry, looks over towards him. He goes, "Sagam, can you get us out of here?" "We can't go without Captain." You notice that he goes, "Where the fuck is Shiv?"
Oh no.
And as you look over towards the island, you see Shiv is currently running away from the watermill, and as he is, you see him just running by himself, and behind him there's an entire army of lizard folk just charging after him. As he goes, you see him, he's like, "Get on the ship! Go! Go, just go!" You notice that as soon as he gets to the water, he dives into the water, and his water ganassi race accelerates as he takes off at great speed under the water. You watch as the lizard folk get to the shores, and you watch as some of them jump in like alligators, their large tails moving back and forth as some of them pick up and start to throw like boas and spears, and arrows begin to fly You guys actually are close enough to where some of them are hitting the ship. As you guys get ducked down, you notice that Shiv eventually climbs up. And as soon as this happens, you see the lizard folk army quickly approaching from one side. The naval officer ship, the only one remaining, is beginning to turn and look at you from the other end. And everyone looks toward Shiv like, what the fuck are we going to do? Everyone just calm the fuck down. I've got a plan. It's a good plan. This is he reaches over and you watch as he grabs that small gold horn. The one you saw him dangling. I always feel so stupid when I do this. As you notice, as he blows into it, you guys just hear this. It's like real light. You notice that.
Is that it?
Everyone's just kind of looking there confused. You notice that Tiny Pete goes like, Shiv, that what the fuck? What is that? He's like, trust me! Someone owes me a favor. You hear the sound of thunder cracking as you see ships beginning to appear out of nowhere. Almost like a warp drive. As on the top tides of the water, you see 3 large, not navy ships, long ships. You see large draken heads on the top of them curled up and forward. You see on the front, there appears to be this man wearing large armor, this armored helmet. You see his beard is frozen solid and there's ice covering the side of the ship. You notice as soon as this happens, you notice the naval officers on the ship turn and they go like, Captain! And they turn and look, and as soon as they do, they see the 3 long ships. You hear it unanimous. Everyone goes, Northmen! And they immediately begin to turn and their attention on them. As this Draken-like ship makes its way forward, you watch as the head begins to breathe fire out in front of the ship. And as soon as it does, you watch as the side of the naval officer ship begins to catch fire as it rams into their side. You notice that as soon as this happens, the Northmen begin to board the naval officer's ship. You all look as Sagham begins to pull the Deadbone crew ship away and push off and get away from the naval ship and the 3 long ships. As soon as it does, you notice that Shiv makes his way over to the corner and or on the starboard side of the ship as he looks over towards the attack and looks towards that individual with the ice covering his beard and his helmet. Consider us even, Jarl. Consider us even. You notice that he looks over towards him. Aye, even. And he turns in towards his men. Take everything. Leave no one alive. And as the ship begins to move and push away, you notice that Shiv pulls out that medallion, and you watch as he reaches in and pulls out the Archelon cell. And you watch as he puts the Archelon cell in, you see it begin to... And you see this beam shoot up into the sky. And as it does, you watch as it hits a star, and you watch it begin to chain and ping pong off the constellations. And as this happens, you begin to feel the ocean open as the entire ship begins to spin. As soon as this happens, Shiv looks around and goes like, "All right, everyone, hang on!" As you feel the ship beginning to dive straight down.
I'm gonna bail my halberd and hold the side.
Everyone give me either a strength or dexterity save.
Where's Sky?
She's on the ship. You guys got her off of ship.
Well, I mean, like, is she still passed out somewhere?
Yeah.
Does somebody have her?
You have her.
Oh, I have Sky too?
Yeah, I would
It's
assume
funny.
that you would have gotten her before you left Shiv's ship.
Okay.
I went from a 10 to a 17.
21.
21?
I'm at
I
a
got 13.
unnatural 20.
Because I still have the strength.
Okay.
Full strength though.
I'm gonna use my last charge of my ring
You got this, man.
to pass it.
Wait, was it strength?
Strength or
Strength
dex,
or
whichever one you
Oh,
wanted.
okay, then I got 17.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyone get below 10?
No.
Okay. As this happens, you see the gaping center of this whirlpool, this vortex. And as you stare down into it, you see sky, clouds, and blue. It completely almost breaks your mind on what you're looking at, because you're seeing the water opening and you're seeing sky and clouds and birds and trees. And you watch the ship dives right down into it. And as you do, there's this quick, bright, white flash.
What's this One Piece shit?
What's
One Piece shit? I thought he was talking about Sky
King
at
Kong
first.
versus Godzilla.
Like Sky.
I was talking about Sky. I was like, she there too.
She's there.
Wow.
You see
Is she
Sky,
there?
like, this is my last time here. Sacrifice myself for you.
As you all go through and you see that bright flash of white light, you open your eyes and you feel dry. As you look around and you realize you are laying in the sand. The water is crashing up against your legs as it looks as though you washed up onto this island. As the four of you begin to stand up and look around, it looks as though you're on an island, but you do not see any ships, and it is daylight. It is bright daylight. It looks like it's midday.
Jez.
Is everyone here?
I'm gonna summon my
Everyone
staff and
know
like use it to get up.
It is the four of us?
Mm-hmm.
There's no one else?
Yep.
Where is everybody else?
Where's Rupert?
Where are we?
Ugh, my head.
What the fuck happened?
Oh god, are we dead?
What do we see?
No.
What you see is like a beachside. You're like tropical vegetation. You see palm trees. You see very thick overgrowth. Does not look like this island is inhabited, or at least where you're at.
Are there any footprints in the sand or anything?
Nothing.
Either undead or this is paradise.
It is actually quite pleasant. The night that you were just in, the strand has been very humid lately, very muggy, like soupy.
Oh, what's up?
All of you were covered in heavy sweat during that encounter. But here it's arid, it's dry, and the breeze that's rolling over you feels amazing.
So is the is the water calm and just subtly hitting the
Yes.
Wow. I feel like we're dead, but I know we're not.
So,
Shit.
can we? How big is the island that we're on? Like, can we see the other side? Is it like a
No.
swamp?
You have no idea how big this island is.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming we washed up here. Maybe we should wait and see if anyone else does.
I'm going to look up because we fell down to. We fell down up. That's how I pictured it.
Felt down up.
Because when it opened, we were going down, but we were seeing sky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look up. How did we get here?
We fell
What
into
did
the
ships
sky.
do?
You know what? We're in a bottle.
All I know is I'm very angry. Very, very angry, very upset. Very bitter right now. And I'm going to just go over to that rock right there. I'm going to sit on it. And I don't want to talk to anyone for 5 minutes. I'm going to walk away.
I guess I'll go. And anybody want to come with me to try to figure out if there's anybody else here?
I'm gonna go talk to her.
She said not to talk to her.
I just remembered something.
Okay, that is your thing.
He walks away. You guys hear a gunshot.
Well, good luck.
Jazz.
Do you want to come with me? I don't.
Sure.
Maybe we should kind of do a little bit of recon.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. And I'm going to start walking towards. I'm going to be like, Jez, we're going to. And I'm going to point towards.
Well,
I'm assuming.
you leaving?
No, we're going to go. Is it like trees and stuff? Like we can't, because we can't see the other side. How does the island look?
Yeah, I mean,
Or like a
basically,
jungle?
you can go right and left and follow the beach side, or you can just go right into the jungle.
I guess we can.
Because if you look around in the ocean, you don't see another even island.
Yeah. So we're either going. Do you want to go on the beach, or do you want to go into the?
Well, let's get our surroundings first and check out the beach.
Alright, we're going to go around, try to figure out how big this is.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We don't know where we are. We don't know what you're going to run into.
That is what we're going to go look, Jess.
Stealth-like.
No, that's absolutely not an option with you.
I've helped with that before.
I can
But
literally turn invisible.
But we're just going to.
I'm already down to 3 crewmates. I don't want to be down to just one.
I want to go up to them and whisper. Like, all right, listen, I'm not going to tell you how to run your crew that you have. But she's freaking out. I don't think she wants you to leave. Not yet.
She's old.
She needs to have her composure.
I've been outplayed once tonight already.
She needs you here. She might say she wants to be away from you, but she needs you here. Let me scout out. I'm not a part of this team. It'd be no different if I'm gone.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you have any problems with that? Owner?
Just be careful.
All right, Jez. I'm going to scout out. I'll be back, I'd say, 20 minutes.
Alright.
I'm going to walk up to Jez. I'm going to use Goodberry.
Nice.
And I'll be like,
Yeah.
here,
Food?
it'll help. Calm the nerves.
I
gonna
got
get
something
one
for
to-
that.
Well, unless you have it on your person, I don't.
It's always
Oh.
in my boot.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to hand one to Faulkner too, and then eat
Oh.
one myself.
Thank you.
So it is no different if he goes.
Which way are you going?
I'm going to go right.
So,
Far enough to where I won't see them anymore, and then I'll start cutting into the...
as you begin to walk down the beach side, you walk for probably about 10 minutes where it's kind of the same, and you're starting to realize, wow, this must be a big island. And then you see up ahead, it looks like you can see water. So it looks like it's starting to curve. And as you make your way up and you see and you break around that curve, your jaw just goes agape. You look, and it's this panoramic view of these large, just tropical mountains with this like clouds that are like covering over the top of them. You see large flocks of birds, and you actually see like a pterodactyl flying over
what?
the sky.
I know where we're at.
That's what the thing.
And as soon as you see that, you also see what looks like this large, golden, like tower, like this massive, like ziggurat, moving up into the sky. And as soon as you do, you watch. You're like just awestruck by this scene until you see an arrow land right by your feet, and you hear a voice speak out. As you watch as this individual comes riding out on what looks like a feathered raptor. You see this elf with like what looks like war paint on their face. They have their hair is shaved on the side, wild spikes that are moving up. You can see that their skin is very tan, dark in complexion, like bronze. You see that they have these piercing green emerald-like eyes. You notice that they're holding a bow and arrow.
Is he speaking Elvish?
It's a language you're not sure of. It's not Elvish. Misu. Shatu.
I'm just getting on my knees and be like, I don't understand.
Do you understand my voice now?
Yes. How did you do that? Sorry for the questions. I'm Legic. And I'm not sure where I'm at. I can't even tell you why I'm here. I think we came from the sky.
My name is Aura. I'm part of the Shinazni. Elves. Are you familiar with elves?
Yes. But not your language. I know Elven. But what you speak is different.
Where are you from?
I don't know the name of your place.
Say Abendal or Faramir.
Abendal.
And what's year? 5219.
Okay. Year is 5219. Is it different here? Do you count years?
Are there others with you? Other outsiders?
Yes.
Then I must hide you from
Hide.
King Selamor.
Your king?
No, not anymore. He was once our king.
How can I trust you? That you won't do anything to harm my companions? You just broke his bow?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Is he by himself?
Besides for the raptor he's sitting on.
Do you have any other weapon on you? I did not expect you to do that. I hope you at least have a blade.
The Shizani live off the land. Weapon is simply a tool, and it can be replaced.
I'm gonna get up. Alright, well, it's fair enough for me. The others are this way.
You notice that he gets off the raptor. You notice he looks towards it. Ucha. And you notice as he hits it, it he watches it scampers off into the jungle.
Jurassic Park.
Is there a Jurassic Park theme song on that stream deck? It's got to be the recorder.
Take me to your allies.
I'm gonna go walk that way. It's right this way. Just around the corner. Or the beach.
And your name?
Legic.
Orda.
Order. How do they shake? I'm gonna try to go for a shake.
He looks towards your hand.
You don't shake? This is how we greet. Or even by forearms, if you wish.
Moves forward and shakes your hand. Strange custom.
How do you greet?
Not with the hand that I wipe my backside with.
Right. Noted, he is right-handed. Alright.
So he follows you, and eventually you see this individual and Legic approaching. Like I said, you can see that his complexion has either, now that you're getting a better look, it's not war paint, it looks like they're actually tattoos. like tribalistic tattoos all over his body. His hair is in like a spiked-like mohawk that's falling over to one side.
Says his name was Ordo.
Orda.
Ordo. Okay.
Hail.
This is Ordo. He
You met a friend.
What's he doing?
he's
What is that?
trying to do what I did and give you a handshake. He's trying to greet you.
Reach up and give him a handshake.
You are a halfling.
Yes, I'm a halfling.
Thank you.
Your species survived.
We
What?
what?
Survived what?
The Netherese.
What?
The Netherese. The genocide of your people.
I'm not aware of this.
Go ahead and give me a. Actually, no. If you're not aware, you're not aware.
Oh fuck.
Should we be?
I didn't know if it was
you
actually.
have to be pretty versed in history.
I didn't know it was actual like known.
I doubt that way.
It would be. You'd have to study for it. It would be not common knowledge.
It's common.
Common?
Natural pun.
And you, a demon?
Only when it counts. Name's Jez.
Jess.
Why are you looking at me like that? I know I look
I
different.
do not know what you are.
I don't really know what I am either. It was called a failing, but whatever that means.
You have strange allies, Logic.
What's strange? I don't understand.
No, he's right.
I am Orda.
Lavender?
Order, can you tell us where we are? What is this place?
You're in Kokotan.
Do we know what that is?
Wait a second. Do I know what a dinosaur is?
were not
You've
gonna-
definitely never seen one.
He was on a weird lizard. Walking lizard? 2 feet?
It's walking
Seemed
with
primal.
a lizard man.
No. It was more like a kangaroo, but it was a lizard.
Oh, you speak of my mount, Tucha.
What is that?
It is a raptor.
Listen, maybe we can learn, all the animals of the land and whatnot. I just want to know where we are, and I also want to know if you've seen any other strange people walking around, because I'm missing quite a few of those.
I have not seen anyone else. You are the first outsiders I have ever met.
Outsiders.
Ever? You've never seen anybody come here ever?
Besides for those who live here in Kokotan.
Chief
Chief Choala.
Do we know what that is?
Couldn't I roll for it?
You can go ahead and give me your knowledge history. Or just intelligence save.
What do you say the chief's name was?
Yes.
It is Chief Chitalo.
19.
Can I ask him a question? Do you know what Zeltivado is?
Yes. Zeltivalo is the capital of King Selimor.
We're here.
Well, this is not a Zeltivado. The Zeltivado is hidden by the storm. You cannot get there unless King Selimor allows it.
The king that you said you were going to hide us from.
Yes.
Why is that?
Wait, we're going to be hidden.
He will
It's the
believe
last thing
you
he
to
said.
be Netherese spies.
So he's a madman.
You're hearing Netherese spies. Netherese have been dead for thousands of years. Their civilization is not even existent anymore.
The Netherese haven't been around for a long time.
King Selimor is very certain that they are.
Well, we live up there, down there, wherever we are from, and something
I will take you to my tribe. You can speak with the elders. We have a great sage, a wise old.
Are they able to speak our language as well?
With spells, yes.
Good.
That's what I used. Are you all fit for travel? Do you have...
This is all we have, I think.
I'm kind of still hung up on where our crew is. Sky.
Yeah,
All
we
of them
had a
very-
whole ship of people, and only we showed up on
The
the show.
bastard.
The people of my tribe, the Shizani, are great hunters. We can look for your allies.
Look for them or hunt them.
Search.
Okay.
I think this is the only way that we can go. We don't know anything else.
Do you have a map of the island?
No.
You know what a map is?
You speak of a parchment that describes landmarks.
Yes.
The Shizani live off the land. The land provides for us. We do not need maps. This is our home.
What do you mean it provides for you?
It protects us. And
Where are we? What do you mean that... I've been in a place before where the land protected me. Where are we?
this is Kokotan.
I don't think we are where you think we might be. If you're thinking of like the whole thing where you went through a tree or whatever.
So this isn't a Feywild then?
No. This is not the Feywild.
Oh, what is it protects you from?
King Selmore.
Why not just take him out?
King Selmore? Because he is protected by a wall of storm. We don't even have enough ships to sail to him.
Wait. He's in Izantimaru.
Yes.
Have I ever heard of King Solomon?
Solomon.
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 I'll tell you what, give me an intelligence check. Because, Kaz has talked about him.
Yeah, I remember him talking about it, but I don't remember the specifics.
Just 10.
I'll tell you what, you just know that had something to do with Kaz and whatever was going on with him.
Wait. Was that?
Uh,
Was that?
I remember.
I don't know if I know that in character. If it's the sun.
Yeah.
Do I know that in character?
I
I don't know if I know that in character.
I don't think you know that in character. no.
Okay, then I'm not going to bring that up.
Well, I think, Captain, if you, I think we should probably go talk to these elders. We don't know this island, and they have the manpower to actually help us find our crew.
Well, the Shizani are few in numbers.
Oh.
We survive on our own in the wilderness, in the jungles. You will have to talk to the Makila. They are the people, the citizens of this island. Kukultan is their capital. They pay homage to King Selimor. They give him sacrifices,
What kind of sacrifices?
virgins.
Oh, Lavender.
Maybe we should just go talk to them and figure out where we're at and how we can get to where we need to be.
If that's the only course of action, I suppose. I still feel like we should wait for the rest of our crew to possibly wash up, but
off of me. Feels like they're already here. They just
Scattered.
They're alive. Yeah.
All right.
I will lead the way. You know, as he turns and you watch as he moves towards the actual wilderness, the jungle, you actually watch as the branches and the leaves and the brush actually clear away as he moves to it. You watch as everything just moves around him as you all follow beneath him.
I want to go up to one of them and like, I'm assuming like leaves and just be like, it's just so familiar as I'm walking.
Sentient plants. Great.
All plants are sentient.
Right.
All plants can feel and absorb the energy around them.
And protect.
Now
Or
this is
attack.
turning into a weird conversation.
Just like the sun and the water and the earth beneath our feet.
Mm-hmm.
As your feet touch the earth, that energy moves through us.
Does it?
Yes.
Can't say I feel it.
You're wearing shoes.
You gotta take your shoes off and walk around.
You're wearing shoes.
Feel the earth between your toes.
Yeah, I'm
every once
absolutely
in a
not
while.
doing that. No. Nope.
Not everybody is connected to nature like that.
I like it when someone's so just real about it, but he's not trying to be a smartass. But he's pointing out the obvious.
You eventually follow him for what feels like about 30 minutes before eventually you all feel this clearing open up and you find this grove where the tree, the skyline, is completely open. You can see the sun gleaming down, and then the surrounding leaves are so thin that it's creating this like golden cascade of light that beams down into this small little village. It's literally, I mean, small. I mean, you can look at every hut and house. And when I mean houses, I mean like they have these small little bungalows that are built around the trees, and it's like they don't even disturb the tree. It's like they build themselves around nature instead of using nature to build their own home. Everything has a purpose. The way everything is laid out is done intentionally. You can see as soon as this happens, everyone's head just turns and look, and you watch as people stand up and look, and there's maybe only about 30, 40 people here. As you look all around, they all have the same tribalistic like tattoos, the pointed ears, the bronze skin. Some of them either have emerald or very like chocolate like eyes. Their frame very angular and very they look much more nimble than the elves that you're used to seeing, especially half elves or high elves. Notice that as soon as he comes in, you watch as he begins to speak. And as soon as he speaks to everybody, watches this one center large, almost lodge-like hut. Watches these leaves get moved out of the way, and you see an elderly female come out. See her large white braids pulled down, and she's an elf with white hair.
She's super old.
And wrinkles, like deep wrinkles.
Wow.
She's dead.
You guys have, it's eerie. You've never even seen an elf this old.
Jesus, how old is she?
She makes her way forward and she looks. You have all come very far, haven't you?
Couldn't say. Not even sure how we got here.
You all must be thirsty. How rude of us not to provide for you. Please, come.
We want to follow.
And she moves the leaves out of the way and walks into the center hut. You all follow? As you all follow, you notice that there's appears to be like warriors that are standing around at guard. As she makes her way over and sits on what looks like this small little floor cushion. You can see that everyone seems to, they don't sit in chairs, they sit on padded cushions on the ground. Notice that she sits down and you watch as she begins to bring her fingers forward, and you watch as she sprinkles this what looks like gold powder over the fire. You watch as it rises up in front. And as it does, you see her look at everyone. You see her hang what looks like a ceramic-like pot filled with water over the top of the fire. Tell me, where are you all from?
I'm not talking to her. She creeps me out.
You're from far away. A different plane of existence.
I think you are all from home. Our home. I think we share the same one. Faramine.
Yeah.
You all must be very confused. Scared?
Do we see the ziggurat?
Yeah. Are you here to help us? Or are you here by accident?
What is it you need help with?
Sounds like they need help with the king.
Our people have been slowly dying.
Plague?
No. It's too dangerous for us to exist in larger numbers. King Selamore's scouts will find us. So we live in isolation in small communities like this.
Why does your king, or what's his name again?
King Selamore.
Or Selimore? Because I know they don't see him as their king. Why does he see you all as a threat?
Not a threat. He sees us as heretics. Those who disobey his power. He is gone. If only King Eliavel could see what his son had become. You all recognize that.
Sorry, what did you say? What name did you just say?
King Eliavel.
Yes.
I heard it. There's a lot that we literally just showed up on the beach. Now all this is happening. I want to just know where my crew is. That's all I want right now. I just lost my ship. Just had a crazy fucking underwater battle with my ex and giant fleets of fucking royal fleets of navy ships, and now it was washed up in this, all of a sudden, boom, in my lap. I don't care. I just want to find my crew. I don't want anything to do with anything else right now.
Jess, we might find at least one of our crew. Cass might be here.
Don't let her call you Care, bro.
I sense your friend's lost. She looks towards the soldiers. I would like you all to go look for any outsiders on the island. Please, make haste. Watch as soldiers seem to understand and you see them exit.
I don't want to reveal too much because I don't know you, but you seem nice. But one of our friends called himself Eliavel.
He wasn't like that before, but then he left.
Friend must be mistaken, then. King Eliaphil has been dead for a long time.
No, I think he said that he put his head in that fountain thing and then...
Put his head some sort of weird elven knowledge fountain in some abandoned civilization of some elven kingdom, and he came back and he had the memories of some elven king,
A dream
son.
well.
That's what he called it.
Yeah.
And I think the memories are somehow invading his mind or corrupting him or something. I don't know.
Your friend is in danger then. Dreamwells is your friend and elf.
Drow.
A dark elf.
Also, his grandmother is, what was her name again?
She was
The queen of...
evil. So he very much explained that she was very evil. I don't really remember what her name was.
It was something malicious.
Your friend is not an adversary towards your kind.
He didn't grow up. He kind of explained it a little bit to me,
Isn't
but
it Vicious?
Well,
Yeah.
Queen Vicious? Queen Vicious, that was the name.
Matron.
Matron. Whatever they call themselves.
yeah, no, he didn't grow up around there.
Well, your friend will last for some time, but eventually King Eliaphil will take over. Dreamwells are only meant to be used by those who put the memories in. Those who use it, it becomes a battle of whose personality is stronger. King Eliaphil was a very, very powerful man.
The things that Kaz could do with his stuff, it very obvious.
Please. As she grabs the pot, begins to pour. Pours what looks like 4 cups of what looks like this green hot fluid. She slides it out. Drink.
I mean, is it safe? Like, we're not from around here.
I have a bad... I tend to drink things that I probably shouldn't. What is this?
It is tea.
I'll drink.
It tastes like tea.
Guys, I think it's okay. It's just tea.
I'm going to take a sip.
You gotta take it and read.
Now. You should get comfortable. Ask me all the questions you need to know. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Full.
Damn it.
So this is gonna give you guys a week.
Yeah,
to
yeah, I was
think
gonna
about-
say, at
this
least
will give you
use
guys a week now to
Time.
think about what you want to talk about.
Oh, I already know.
So,
I was literally about to ask.
thank you all for joining on this very action-packed episode. So, yeah, we have begin the beginning of the end for the Strand arc. So,
That was a lot.
yeah.
He warned us. He warned us right before we played. It's like there's a lot that's gonna happen.
So, thank you all. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a special one-shot. It's going to be something a little different, but we're going to be doing a little bit of a superhero one-shot. So if you guys want to see some superhero shenanigans, be sure to tune in tomorrow. But other than that, we'll be coming back next Sunday for episode 58, and that Monday will be episode 1 for season 4. Chicago by Night, which I know you guys are all just salivating.
Chad's already looking nervous.
Thank you all, and as always, remember to embrace the dark.